Returnees resisted the effort because of lack of guarantee of their safety on return, assurance of returning to their original villages with freedom of movement and any hope of restoring basic rights. These displaced persons explicitly conveyed their concerns to Myanmar dignitaries who visited the camps in Cox's Bazar in October 2018. But we noticed no progress in addressing these concerns. Here again, we will come back later to the points mentioned by our friend from Malaysia, the keynote speaker. I would like briefly to mention, underscore the challenges here, because the theme is the challenges and sustainable solutions. The challenges that Bangladesh is faced with because of the uncalled for, and I say unwarranted crisis thrust on Bangladesh. Here I will go back to, not go back, I will read out from the report of the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief, whose minister is here. Challenges for Bangladesh. Disaster, as the FDMN are living in fragile. Oh, I find that they have already found out an abbreviation for the forced the residents from Myanmar here, living in fragile sandy hills, land near to sea, population congestion in a small area. 2, demographic imbalance, as the number of total of these Myanmar Rohingyas is almost double of the local community. Negative impact on local economy and livelihood. Social disorder, law and order, a big health and medical care, security measures, special care for orphans. All of these are very serious issues. In addition, there is the problem of the possibility of potential extremism, human and drug trafficking, smuggling act, etc. Now coming to these, one of these challenges, the Honorable keynote speaker was asking me about Cox's Bazar being the sanctuary of wildlife. I might relate to you some of my own experiences. When I started my career back in 1961, many of you were not born then. We had our first, immediately after the training in the Civil Service Academy, our training in the field started with settlement training. That's a field training for mapping of government land and private lands also, and it is done in camps. The camp that was selected for us was very near the place you know as Gundum. Gundum is at the northern tip of the Naf river, and there at night we had to have the huge lights and fire around us, and also we had to dig trenches. You know why? Because at night the elephants would come. It was a thick forest, and our camp was right inside the forest of Gundum. Around it, Nakhanchuri was very near there, and that used to be the sanctuary for not only elephants but also other wild animals, and very notably Goyal, you might call them the local bisons. Goyal, they are now, most of them have been tamed by the Murongs, but still there are some to be found in the forest. And that area, you see, it strikes me so hard that the only sanctuary for wildlife and elephants. We used to have Kheda operation for catching wild elephants there. All of these have gone. This is only tip of the problem. What the disaster has, the ecological environmental disaster that has been caused by the Rohingya influxes, they have denuded almost all the forests that so carefully and so diligently we had planted over the years, over the last 50 years. All those trees have been felled, they are barren, and now the hills are exposed, and where these are some of the Rohingyas are on top of the hills and on the foothills. Any shower, huge monsoon rain now would mean landslide, and that would mean again another disaster. This is a very serious thing. But how many of you are really familiar with the Cox's Bazar area? Cox's Bazar, Teknaf, and St. Martin, and Nakhinchuri, Bandarban. These are all contiguous areas, and apart from the deep forest there, Cox's Bazar, as you know, is our biggest internal source of income from tourism. And on any holiday, Friday or Saturday, you will find more than 300,000 tourists visiting Cox's Bazar. All that is affected. Cox's Bazar is the largest internal port here for the export of dried fish. Cox's Bazar has the largest number of shrimp hatcheries. All of these have been affected. You see, that has affected our export earnings, that has affected our forests, that has affected our local population. And the seething discontent among the local population that you can feel only when you visit there. I have been visiting Cox's Bazar for many years now. For the almost